Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Ever so often on this highway of life, something loud will come by and disturb the peace. Something loud will come roaring through and disturb your peaceful day. Disturb your slumber there. As you slumber and sleep away, as you nod off, it's something, hidden your way. A lot of times you don't see the trouble that's coming your way. So we have to heed it off. We have to sow love into the situation. If you want it to change, if you want change around you, you have to be the change. Be the change and change, and there go change. Everybody got some spare change. You got spare change. Can you spare some change? Not that kind of change. Change. Can you spare the change? To change the world. Let's sow love to grow love. Every man, woman, boy, and girl. The kids already know. They come in the world love. See, but they talk different things. They're taught. They see a lot of the kids nowadays, where we grew up. Kids nowadays, they don't see, they see a lot of the spiritual warfare that we did not see. We didn't grow up with social media. We didn't have computers and telephones back then. Telephone was, the house phone. And you can't really use that because every time you use, they charge you. They charge you to call somewhere. You just can't call, get on the phone and call like you can. Now you got a telephone, unlimited calls, and they started going that way here recently before cell phones came out, stop charging people for them. I remember we got that telephone bill because I was going call happy, when I was a kid one day. And I ran mama telephone bill, calling all my friends, just calling everywhere, just calling folks. Just, what you doing? Just calling people, and mama got that bill, honey, that bill. Ooh, she hit the roof. You heard me? I'll never forget that. She hit the roof. I'm still, I still think about that telephone bill, when I hand her money. If I got something I can give her, a blessing to come her way, I still think about that telephone bill I ran up, I still think about that time that I brought the taxi to the house and like my friends say, well, just don't bring them to the house, take them to the alley. I'm a teenager, we do silly stuff, and so I took the taxi. I didn't take them to the alley, I took them straight to the house and I went in. And so she had to pay for that. So I think about all that stuff. Mama was there. What mama used to say, don't be in such a rush. Take your time. Live your life. Be free. You want to be grown, but you ain't going to be grown up. And here she used to say that too. You think about all that stuff mama used to say. Those lessons you take, every day. Growing up. Whoever raised you, whoever gave you the wisdom that you have today, that help carry you through your life. You act like you didn't listen. Back then, I act like I wasn't hearing her, what she was saying. I ain't trying to listen to her, what she said. But honey, you better listen. You better hear it. You ain't got no choice but to hear it. To sit there and listen and get the wisdom. See, that's what you got to understand. In this life, you got to sit and listen to somebody. You can think you in charge and you know it all. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I know. But see, a mule head is this long, but he don't know everything. You know how long it is. A mule's head is this long and he don't know everything. You don't know everything, huh? You're still learning. As we grow, life is a process. Life is growing. We're still learning. We're still growing. We're still living, because we headed to destination greatness, and we gonna when we reach destination greatness, honey, we should look around and see some other folks around us. It shouldn't just be us, it shouldn't just be you. It shouldn't just be one of us. It shouldn't just be me. It should be all of us lifted, together, headed towards growth. Headed towards love, headed towards better economy, buying up some stuff, helping some folks out, put some jobs into the community. Stop being about the greedy. Stop being about corporate wealth. Be about the inner city. Be about the people. Start building some housing. Just is squeezing people out. The house. That's what housing doing. It's just squeezing, and people just thinking about ways to get over, ways to come up, ways to keep. They just trying to be, like a monopoly. That game Monopoly, just buy up everything and you own it all. Okay, you got it all. Everybody quit. Don't nobody want to play with you no more. You own it all. What we got? We ain't got nothing. So we done. You won. You got all the money. You got all the property, all the hotels. You got all the people. You even bought them. You even own them. The people. Don't even got the little dog no more. The little hat can't even have that. You got it all. Okay, well you got it all, so you won. That's it. Ain't nobody playing no more. Let's go over and do twist and get twisted all up. And, spin a spinner and call the shot and get twisted all up in a knot. 1 foot here and 1 foot there, because I'm going to get caught up in the spiritual warfare. No, I'm going to grow in God, honey. I'm going to reach, stretch, balance the twist, and try it once. I get the gist, because I was caught up in the spiritual warfare over there. Now I know I grow in God here. I keep on growing in God, keep on striving every day to reach my greatness. I ain't going to slip and fall for the slip and fall. I ain't falling for the setup. I ain't looking for nothing but God. I got the tracker on the Lord. I look every day when I raise up, no matter how hard, no matter what. I get up and I grow in God. I fight through the pain. The pain ain't going to defeat me. They ain't going to bog me down with all this medicine, to hold me down. So I'm fighting. Now I'm fighting the back pain, but I got to fight some other stuff too. I got to fight the side effects. I got to fight what go with the medicine. So that's this going to happen too. So I got this, that I'm dealing with, but then I got to do all these side effects too. No, I think I'm going to roll my dice this way. I'm going to roll them over here. I know we can roll them and trust the pharmaceuticals. And then there I go, all these pain medicine, addicted to all this pain. So I can't do it, honey. I got to be free. I got to be of a free mind, all natural as much as possible. Really, truly. I really, truly try to. All natural as much as possible. And that includes, no alcohol. So, I had to let that go. Gotta let it grow. Another love, TKO. I was all in the club. All over at E&J's, down the hole in the wall. Me and Seagrams, we go way back. I know about, wild turkey. Used to put him in the barbecue. All kind of stuff. Just twist some stuff up and fix some stuff up. Hennessy, who you talking about? Me and Hennessy, that could have been my middle name, Hennessy. I'm telling you, no. No to the no. Hell no. To the no. Not no more. Time to grow. I had to leave that alone. No more stinking thinking, no more drinking. Because one thing I learned, that glass wasn't going to ever be empty. I had to take that glass and put it up on the shelf and shut the cabinet door. You hear me? And go on and grow and leave stuff alone. Look. Pray over the things that you can't change. That's something you can't change. They ain't going to stop making alcohol. Every time you go in there, it's bottles and bottles, rolls and rolls, shells, alcohol everywhere. Go in the grocery store, there goes some alcohol. Everywhere you go, alcohol. Alcohol, liquor store, alcohol. It's everywhere. You can't run away from it. But look, you got God. God is over everything. God is the greatest power. The greatest power. God is love and mind over anything. God gave you a beautiful mind. You can rise over anything. Any vice that's got you held down. Use God. See, because by the strength and power that is within you, God is within. The Spirit of God is within each of us. Honey, don't no vice hold us down. We got a great mind. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Mind over matter. Rise above it. Grow over it. Because I'm telling you, God left some beautiful things here on this earth, honey. Partake of the earth. God left you some beautiful things on this earth. Look to the beauty of life. Turn from the TV. That news ain't gonna stop breaking. That banner been going across there for years and years. Since my daughter was a teenager, I know that banner, it ain't gonna stop breaking. It's gonna keep on coming. Just go check in every so often. But see what you need to do. You need to live over here in the life of God. Live in the beauty. Live in the happiness. Live in the joy. Don't live over there in the oppression. I'm telling you, don't even focus on it, because when you focus on it, honey, you begin to get sucked into it. Just slowly sucks you in, and then there you go. Like on the cartoons, when it shows the thing getting sucked up in something, they just show your head just sucked on into the oppression. I don't even, really honestly, I don't even want to focus on it. I see Putin, but I watch God. I see what Putin putting in, but I see what God putting in. God putting a whole lot of love in. God sowing love. We moving, we growing, we rising. I understand what the evil is doing. I understand the evil is going so that it's got people focused so that they just don't even believe in God. God, I don't want to hear about God. What God allowed this? What God allowed that? How this happened? How that happened? See, the evil is running to and fro, seeking whom it may devour. I'm telling you, but God is grabbing up souls. That's one thing that you can understand, is God is grabbing souls, the circle of souls, the circle of souls. What type of life are you living? What type of legacy are you leaving? The circle of souls. God is the judge. Ain't nobody here on this earth can put you nowhere. It is God. Even the judge got to see the judge. It is God. The judges are not here. The judges are in the afterlife. So put your trust and faith in the Lord. Even the size of a mustard seed shall grow. Look how much mustard in the world. Even the size of a mustard seed shall grow. Grow in God. You see how small a mustard seed is? You see how small how long that has to grow? It has to take its time. It has to ripen. It has to get just right in order to turn into some mustard. You hear me? So see, that's how God got to do us. God got to ripen us and get us just right. Right as we turn into greatness. We gonna keep on striving daily. It's day. Now, if you want to go to church on Sunday, that's on you. But I'm telling you, you gotta live in God daily. I don't get dressed up, go nowhere. I get dressed up every day in the Lord. I live in today. I do. I live in God daily. Each and every day growing in God. That's how I live. I ain't got to step off and represent, go down here and see all it, run up in here. I ain't got to do all of that. It don't take all of that. A whole bunch of church foolishness. By the time you get to the mess, you can't even focus on the mess because all this other foolishness going on. All this other he say, she say, what? Did you hear? And then some folks, watch this. Some folks sitting out there, why the pastor up there, they steady holding a conversation, trying to draw you in. Hey, tapping on you while you trying to listen to the message, tapping on you. Hey, such, did you? And I'm like, wait a minute. Pointing up there. We trying, hold on. I'm telling you, but it is so much. Then by the time you done miss, what they say, you done miss some of the message and everything, honey. But here, now we got to rewind. Now, see, on the podcast, you rewind somebody, or you pause it just right there. What I missed? Let me go back. You pause and go back. See there? And I'm God is preparing me. We on a journey. You don't know. You never know. You never know. Just grow. You don't know. You don't know. You never know. You don't know. Just grow, honey. Just grow. You never know. You don't know the plans that God has for you. This girl be so happy around here that she'll walk around here just happily shrieking. Just that's her way of giving God the praise. I'm telling you, it's my daughter in there you just heard. Just happily shrieking. So, life is beautiful. Life is what you make it. Make it beautiful. I understand we got problems. We got oppression. We got things we dealing with. But honey, we got to grow. We got to rise. We got to overlook some things. Everything can't be a battle. We got to pick and choose the battles. And then we got to come at it with love. Love is tough. But we got to love tough and tough love. But I love you though. I do. I love you, but I'm telling you, so love, grow. So it's time to grow. Get your people and tell them to grow, honey. Tell them greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I know why they trying to take them on the job, see, because they don't want them there. They don't want a misery loves company. They trying to pull them down to ground zero, down there where they at. See, they there, but they down at ground zero. They standing there, they working there. But they down at ground zero where they ain't got no hero. Because, see, they done threw their faith and trust out the window. But, see, there you grow. You going to rise above how they acting and what they doing. Just ignore them, honey, and keep on going about your happy way. Don't let nobody take you off your happy square. Don't allow anyone to take you there. Put your faith and trust in God. You don't believe me? Get a dollar bill. Hey, matter of fact, pull out a penny. Pull a penny out and read real smart. You might have to get a magnifying glass because he put it there too. Get a magnifying glass and look on that penny and see what it says. Saying God we trust. That's what that penny say. So this what you do. Sow love for the breakthrough. Sow love. They sow love. Some folks you got to leave alone. See, that's one thing my husband taught me very well. My ex-husband taught me very well, Brian Hunt, how to leave him alone, how to be left alone. So I had to learn that to find happiness within myself, because he would go days, and it went sometimes on into weeks without talking to me. He was just shut down. He was already shut down emotionally. When he came back around, he still was shut down emotionally. He was not emotionally there for me. He wasn't walking with me. He was trying to walk all in front of me. And that's what he did. That's not a partnership. That's not a relationship. A relationship is equal. But we both put in 100%. We put our all in. It ain't no, I'm going to put this in, sit back, see what you do. Just go ahead and put in. Go ahead and invest in, because what you put in, you're going to get out, because you're going to get it in God. That's what you do. See, because God sees, God watches, God sees all. So what justification is there to do wrong in the eyes of God? What justification is there to do wrong in the eyes of God? Do right. Do the right thing. Do what's in front of you. Don't plan too far ahead, because then you're doing you. Do what's in front of you. Understand, we're going to take a trip, and it's coming up. I don't know when. We're going to take a trip. Meditate on that trip. Pray on that trip. Get that trip over to God. God, help me plan this trip. When we going to go on this trip, God? See, because then God will be in the plan. God go on the trip with you. Don't leave God, because God is with you. God is there with you every day. But see, you put God aside and start doing it your own way. Start doing you. Don't do you. You'll mess you up. Don't do you. You'll mess you up. Don't do you. You'll mess you up. Let God do you. Honey, allow God to do you. Then you'll really be doing you. You gonna come up. And as you come up, link up, lock up, rise up, bring some other folks up. We all gonna come up. We all gonna get up. We all gonna overcome. One day as the glory continues to come, it may be a few hours, but it will be ours. You heard me? It will be ours. 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 Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's how we're going to do it. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's how you get the breakthrough. That's how you make it. That's how you're going to have it. Each and every day in the Lord, trusting in God. You got to put your faith and trust in God. Just keep trusting God. Trust the process, honey. I'm telling you. And march to the beautiful beat, the beautiful cadence of the African drums in your heart. Our beloved ancestors, honey, we stand on their broad shoulders. I am so proud to be African. African American, I'm African first. I am African. We are African. We all are from Africa. Africa is the motherland, honey. Represent each and every day. Represent you. Represent God, who is with you. God is with you, and got beloved spirits all around you. There's some evil ones too. Don't be motivated by evil. Don't go to the dark side. Stay on the light side. Don't go to the dark side. Stay on the light side, but be aware of the darkness. Because it's easy to slip over there on that other side and be on that spiritual warfare. And there you go there. Get God. Hold on to God's unchanging hand and don't let go. Grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you, kings and queens. God bless you as you grow.